And this is how we do it on the
Got
Donna
it.
Smith Show. Yeah, on the Donna Smith Show, grown folk talk, y'all. Bringing it to you on a Sunday. Sunday. Yes, yes. I see you, grown folk. I see you. I see you. Now let me make sure I don't get no technical difficulties.
Uh-oh. I hear like some feedback or something happening. Something in
No,
the
it's
background.
good now. I had to just get out of the other situation.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Oh, Ben ain't there. Good
No,
evening,
being
grown
muted.
folks. Good evening. We welcome you guys to the Donna Smith Show, Grown Folk Talk. I call it Table Talk. And I want to welcome everyone to our show this evening. Okay, we are a little behind. I do apologize. I had some things to take care of today, but I am here ready to get this started. Please be mindful that anything we talk about, any questions, any conversation, any feedback, what have you, is not meant to offend anyone. We are just here having grown folk talk, topics that come off the top of the head, and we bring it to you straight with no chaser. Okay? I want to welcome you this evening. How's everyone?
Wonderful.
Good. Okay, wonderful. Benjamin Smith is here too. He just stepped away for a minute.
Hey, what's up with it?
Oh, there you go. There we go. Well, before I got really into it, I want us to be able to do our toast. What is it that you guys are toasting today? Okay, where's yours, Benjamin?
Code 7. Code 7.
Where yours at, John?
Just cracked it.
Uh-oh. I don't know what he
When
cracked.
you say cracked it, that means something special.
I just
Oh no. That's
genuine Caraccio liquor.
Peach.
I brought back from the cruise. I'm about to taste this a little bit. I can't find my little shot glass, so I'm gonna have to do it in the grown folk kind of way. Toast, toast. Click, toast. Click, click.
All right. What happened? Stuff so strong, you make your chest hairs float up.
Okay, that's enough of that. That should have stayed over there in the island. But anyway,
make your chest hairs fold up.
I
got the sparkling water. I usually get lime. I usually just get lime. And
what kind is that, Pete?
I grabbed the thing from Costco. They had a big case of it, and it had the different flavors. So this is berry. This is a mixed berry.
Oh, I probably would like that.
Yeah, but it tastes almost like a creamy vanilla to me. I don't know. That's why I don't get this stuff. I usually just get lime and I'm good to go.
Well, I'm drinking my water here in the thermos. This is what's up, because that whatever this is I brought back from the trip, I think it's a liqueur, triple sec, and it's pretty strong because I call myself just trying to take a little taste. But when I took a taste,
the triple sec,
yeah,
that's what you use to mix your drink.
Well, it ain't mixing.
You supposed no, like, so I remember I would get a Long Island iced tea, and I don't like all that sweet and sour and triple sec and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. I don't get it with any of that. I just put the liquors in, give me a shot of pineapple juice or whatever. But yeah, that triple sec, you add that to like them drinks, different.
Yeah,
drinks.
I will be adding. I didn't do too much of it, but I will be definitely adding it to something. It's a bit too much for me. I'm not a big time swiggler, but they were giving samples when we went, and they were in these little bitty cups, and but I don't recall it being that strong. when I sampled it. It had a nice, this is the chocolate one. But anyway, I want to welcome you guys to the show this evening for Grown Folk Talk, Table Talk, with your hostess with the most, Donna Smith, and my lovely panel members today, John Timothy Mims and Benjamin Smith. Thank you for being present. I believe JJ is not going to be with us today. I'm not sure if Loretta's going to chime in or anyone else. Anybody is welcome. Anybody is welcome. You want to join in on the Zoom? You're always welcome.
Hey, check this out. So I had a friend request on Instagram, right? And so when I got the friend request, it was somebody that was making candles or something. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. And I looked at the lady. I don't know. She do kind of look familiar, but I can't.
I know, already know.
My friend requested her ass, and she said the funkiest shit to me.
Oh my goodness.
I said, what the?
Who was that?
She was like, and found out it was Sylvia.
I knew it. I knew it.
Funky to you?
Oh man, she said some bullshit to me.
Candles. Oh, what?
Oh yeah, she said some shit to me.
Oh, because you didn't know who she was?
I didn't know who she was at first, and then when she said it, I looked up there. I said, "Oh, it said Sylvia or something." I was like, "Yeah, I was who that was."
Well, we apologize, Sylvia. You know, you dip in and out. People don't really know that we see you here, we see you there. So, he probably he didn't know. But anyway, yeah, we gotta support our girl. She got her candles, Chris Lee, her candles and her fragrances, her body lotions and stuff like that. Next time she's on here, we'll have her share what she does and where you guys can reach her. I know she's on Instagram too. She's on Instagram. So you guys, anything, I just want to touch briefly on a really quick current event. Just briefly, John has shared with me about the Alabama City disbands the police force after a racist text was sent amongst two officers. And have you heard about that, Ben?
What city?
Alabama.
It's in Vincent.
Vincent, Alabama.
Oh, it ain't a big city.
No, it's a small.
But the population of the black folks is probably plentiful.
Yeah, it was a social media exchange between the two officers, and the text was addressed to someone named 752 that asked, "What do y'all call a pregnant slave?"
Boy,
a pregnant slave?
Yes.
With no disrespect.
What do you call a pregnant slave?
Mm-hmm.
So the answer was
how to answer that.
The answer was BOGO, buy one get one free.
Oh shit! Because they arrested him.
You know what, Ben? You be on some other stuff, bro.
You
ain't even listening. You ain't even listening to what's in.
No, they was talking
help
about
me out, my brother.
They was talking about a pregnant slave. So if you was to sell that slave, you would, and someone bought that slave, that pregnant slave, they would end up with two slaves.
Wait a minute, my brother. Wait a minute, my brother.
That's what
do you understand? Do you guys still understand there's still slavery in America?
But
we're not debating anything. We're not debating. I'm not debating
either. I'm saying a fact. It's still people in Alabama. It's still people in Mississippi. It's still people in Louisiana that are still in slavery. So that's why I asked. I was like, buy one, get one free. Was they talking about when they arrested? Because you talking about police department. I was thinking maybe they was referring to them arresting them. You arrest somebody, you get
the question was, Ben, on social media, publicly placed, What do you call a pregnant slave?
And it's a big
That was
old
the question by one police officer to another. The other is undisclosed. We don't know who there, but the one who posed the question was under the name of 7. So I guess it was a little inside joke thing or whatever made publicly. But the other person did answer it.
And he got in trouble, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
On
Now, I
that
just saying that because
topic
I know it's another brother on Instagram that's a lawyer, and he was talking about the police chief that got fired. I think he was in Florida talking about the 13 black folks that he had killed since he was a police. So, you know, it's not uncommon for these guys to be doing all kinds of stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it may not be uncommon, but I just wanted to, because that was a you know, placed out there as a
Buy one, get
topic,
one.
and I wanted to just know what you guys thoughts of it. But you know, it is what it is, and hopefully we will, man.
So how many people got fired?
They shut down the whole police department.
Yeah, some other stuff behind it.
They
There's some
laid
other
off about
stuff.
10 people.
The whole department was disbanded.
What, was about 10 of them?
Well, I don't know the number, but everybody in there was gone.
Yeah.
Was let loose, was let go because of the racial slur, and they were not tolerating or having that, and blah blah. So not only reprimanding the 2 officers, but the whole unit was disbanded.
Damn.
You know, that's not new talk between cops. It's just crazy though, you know. No matter what, you hear it from all kind of people talk about, here we are in 2022. And, you know, but I never forget, my uncle used to always say how, you know, it runs in the veins. He said it's going to take generations to clean that out.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a trip because generations have come and gone.
It's like Rodney King was what, in the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
What was that, in the 90s?
Rodney got the 90s or before?
That was the first time ever. Remember. So you remember, you think?
I think it was the early 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah. So you think from the 1600s or whatever, all the way to, because the beginning of the 1900s, they from 1901 to 1950, they lynched over 4,000 or 5,000 black people. So, you know, a lot of them police officers could still be either the sons of those people that was last people to do a lynching, or be the grandkids of them where the grandpa told them the story about it. And nobody's been video recording them, nobody's been taping them, nobody's been doing nothing until the last 25 years. So you know this was going to be the behavior. I don't know why people confused.
You know, it's a trip. That's a trip which you said, because if you think about demographics, for instance, or you just think about these locations. You think about, like, I'm going to use California, when some conversations is really not around.
Mm-hmm.
And not saying it don't exist in California, but that's really not the subject, you know. But out there in the areas, it's the subject. Black and white is the subject all day, every day, you know. And it's a trip, you know. And so, like, being with Sin, when it's like that, it's almost like it's a cultural, I hate to say that, but it's almost like it's a cultural lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lifestyle of their culture.
You see the story with the dude, the guy that killed Ahmaud Arbery? That's saying now he afraid to be in jail. You see that story?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't afraid to kill somebody, but he afraid to do the time for it.
Well,
and that's how it is.
Yeah.
You know,
that's how it is.
That's how it is. It ain't about protecting. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Well, moving
And
right
on the same
along,
note, those two police officers, the two
it's-
police officers that killed Breonna Taylor are both on trial right now. They got indicted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll stay tuned for those results. It's just much prayer and much, but I just thought I'd raise that because that was very, very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, so moving right along, you guys, you have anything you care to share today? Anything interesting that has, went on with your week or your day that you'd like to bring to the table? Benjamin, you have anything?
I'd like to send a shout out to young was her name Breonna Gaynor. Damn, she got to spend 9 years in jail for a little packet of marijuana. I feel
cartridge. For cartridge.
A cartridge. I feel for her.
But
Well, how much is a cartridge? How big is that? About like a little, like the size of a cigarette?
No, it's no.
Ain't even
it's
that big.
Small. It's real small.
Oh, like a little bottle?
Yeah, but small. Probably
like a perfume bottle. You know how you had
no,
a little
no, it's not. Oh, you mean
the
them sample
oil,
ones?
You get the oil from the corner.
You know them little sample ones that come in the middle of the little cardboard?
There you go.
About a little bigger than that. Just a hair, probably a little bigger. Yep. That was a good example, Ben.
Wow.
Yep.
Dang.
That's it.
Wow. Well, our prayers to her, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You just don't. Man.
I would just kick it.
Yeah, for
Ain't
real.
Got nothing else to do.
For real. Well, we're going to move right along to our Inquiring Minds Want to Know question of the evening, you guys, before we get into some other questions. But this person needs a little direction, and it goes a little like this.
It goes a little like this.
It goes a little like this. Yeah.
3 for the money.
There's some real folks in the world going through some real stuff, for real, though, for real. Well, first of all, I want to say, y'all, this is my shirt. I kind of cut it, but I got this from the local 38 Plumbers barbecue picnic this year. Went with my brother and gave out some shirts and all that stuff. So I kind of flossing it, but I just kind of made it more girly. You know how you do. It didn't quite look right, looking like a regular t-shirt, but yeah. Thank you, Local 28. Thank you. Okay, moving right along. I just have to share this one. I was making love to my... I just have to share this one. I was making love to my girl, right? And she decides to pleasure me with oral for the first time. Right before teeth and places them on the nightstand. Now, mind you, I never knew those were not her real teeth until that moment.
Cool.
Now, perhaps she felt all comfy with me at this point, or just didn't give a rat's ass. Anywho, she takes them out and proceeds to dive in. Now, trust and believe, I've been pleasured many times before, and it has been good, but this was one of the greatest.
There it is.
The no teeth, though. Ooh wee. So now, when we go there, I asked her to remove her choppers first. She's not feeling doing this all the time because her jaw sinks in and she's not feeling attractive.
Mm.
So I'm stuck. Has anyone ever had to deal with this before? If so, do you have any
Deal with
suggestions?
that.
Wrong
Deal
group.
with. Wait. Have anybody had to deal with what?
Wrong group.
Asking somebody to take their teeth out, and they say they don't feel comfortable
Wrong
all the
group.
You
time
don't feel comfortable because they make her. But the first time she asked him, could she take him out? I don't know. Maybe she was having some gum discomfort. I don't know what happened. She did it.
Oh, she asked him the first time? No, I thought she just took him out and he didn't know.
Well, no, she didn't ask. He says right before getting started, she takes out her teeth and places them on the nightstand.
Yeah.
Now he don't know why he didn't mention why she did that, but now that he wants this to be a regular thing, because apparently he got joy from that, but he needs help. He wants to know how to use.
No, he wanted all the time. Like she said, this can't be. She said it can't be all the time because some of my jobs. So he needed to take it as the special occasion.
She's not feeling too.
Well, if she say she don't feel a certain way, but then also she said her jaw slips. So that's probably why she's having the dental stuff. So, but he needs to make her feel comfortable with her looks. Make her feel comfortable.
You don't like the way it makes her
probably
she
doesn't
feel sexy about that.
Yeah, but she probably said, for this moment, this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, he better take it as a special occasion.
What do we want to?
Just wait for the special moments, like she did. Don't request it.
Hell no, they're pouting and shit.
You didn't know nothing about it at first.
She done put him on him, now he all hung out.
It's on her schedule.
Oh, man.
But
it's on her schedule.
So what? I mean, I don't know.
Man, hey.
I mean, what should
he should make her feel secure in her looks, and just be patient, and just like she said, not all the time, and just look forward to the special times when she do it, and leave it at that.
Because he has expressed to her, apparently he's expressed to her that he likes this no teeth gumming thing.
And
so now she knows.
That's like having a Lamborghini.
Leave it alone.
Hey, that's like having a Lamborghini in the garage and never being able to drive.
You two guys are correct.
You know what, Ben? This ain't got nothing to do with no Lamborghini.
Yeah.
You all on some other stuff.
What are you talking about? You don't get it?
Yeah, I get it.
He's got a professional. She's a superstar at what she do. And she only want to pull it out of cover because she don't feel like she look, girl, you done made me cry.
Well, we don't know if she is. We don't know if she's Ben. We don't know if she's a superstar. What we do know is that he does like the no teeth effect.
No, that's not what he said.
So apparently
he said
it's bringing him pleasure.
Quite a few. And this was one of the best he's ever had. That's
without the teeth. Without the teeth.
Without the teeth. He said this is one of the best he's ever had.
He's talking about without the teeth.
He can't do it with the teeth. You can't do that with the teeth if you got false teethies. Zach, turn that down. Baby, you ain't do it without the teeth. She a rock star. That's what he's saying. And she won't come out to play no more.
No, he's saying that it's the best he's had with the no teeth.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she's saying. It's the best.
Saying, no,
we need to know, okay, we need to tell him. He wants to know if there's any suggestions. What should we suggest to this brother in distress?
Make her feel comfortable in her looks, secure in her looks, because she said that, and just let it be on her time. You can't demand it from her. You put your request in, let it be on her time.
Perhaps he could just turn off the lights so they both can't see what she's looking like.
Have mercy.
I don't know. That poor man, I feel so bad for him. Oh, that poor man.
Perhaps they should just turn off the light, because he's saying, I mean, just put it to you like this. If you have a mate that's telling you that a particular thing excites them or make them feel great, by you doing it a certain way, when you want to continue doing it in that way to please them.
Come on, let's be real. A lot of people is gonna hold. They're like, oh no, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. Or you're not gonna have it all the time unless we get married. When you get married, you can have it all the time. You can have it this way, that way, do it this way, this way. So some people feel like that, even though, so they don't feel like, oh yeah, you like it, but I ain't gonna keep giving it to you like that. And then you mess around, you ain't even, we ain't exclusive. We ain't this. I mean, it's a lot of, and that can go vice versa, So it could be a lot of reasons why folks would be like that, But I don't think huh? What'd you say, Ben?
Brother. I just keep saying the poor brother.
Yeah, but I don't think,
But I don't know about poor brother being. I mean, it's not that she's not trying to please him and accommodate. Apparently, she was doing it before with the teeth in, and it must have been okay. But he's just experienced it being a lot better.
You getting a lot to it. He said that was the first time she gave him the business, and she gave him the business.
No, that's not what it said, Ben. It
didn't say that was the first time.
He said that was the first time that he knew that she had false teeth. That's what he said.
Gangster.
Because she took him out. She
and went
took
to
him
work
out and put him on the dresser.
And went to work.
Yeah.
Slayed that dragon. Probably popped the brother off and everything. He screamed and yelled. Feet got all crossed up.
Yeah. But, I mean, what would you tell this brother?
It depends on how bad you got a woman. Shit.
Yeah, what else? I ain't got nothing else to say but the same thing.
Yeah, the poor brother. That's all you can tell me.
Just tell him, okay, we'll tell this brother, we can move on. We'll tell him, just be thankful that you do get it in the way that you do like. And when she's comfortable,
he didn't
and
say
she
that.
wants to,
He didn't say that. He said, make her feel comfortable, have a conversation. Even
keep her secure in her looks, because she said about her looks. Secure in her looks.
Do he love her?
And just say it, and then just allow her to move or conduct when she's comfortable or ready to conduct. You can make he made his request.
Just like she felt comfortable that night for whatever reason, taking them out.
That's why they tell you don't beat it up real bad when you
I ain't saying all that. I'm just saying, hey, you made your request. Now just let her fulfill the request at her rate.
Right. That's right, at her leisure.
Yeah, you already said thank you, at her leisure. Yeah. Secure her in her looks, and you made your request, and let it be.
Your bandwidth is dragging.
No, that's your bandwidth. You've been freezing and everything. I've been looking at Ben. Every time I see you pop locking over there, I look at Ben. It seems Ben still moving. You see how she just got it, Ben, after you left?
I don't know what's going on while I'm freezing, but I ain't meaning to freeze. But y'all freezing. Bandwidth is low. It's saying, okay, let's get moving right along, y'all. Good luck to these people. I hope they can work it out. I tell you, it's bigger fish to fry. People got bigger problems, like with or without teeth. They don't get it at all. So
no, they got problems.
This brother needs to be thankful that he's getting it.
Now you want to tell the man all sad. Now you want to tell him he need to be thankful. What the hell?
Wrong message. See, that's a message. That's a message from a woman. That's a message from a woman. You need to be thankful for what
Hell no. I ain't thankful. I'm a be pussy.
That's a woman.
I'm gonna stay pussy. I'm gonna stay at it. I'm gonna keep fighting for what I want. Shit, I ain't gonna stop. You think I'm gonna stop today or tomorrow? Hell no, I'm keeping going. Every time I see her, she might leave my ass because I'll be like, baby, you remember that time? You remember that time you did that thing, baby? Can you do
you gonna just keep reminding her.
Oh my goodness. We might be in the restaurant.
You may say, well, you're gonna have to wait till your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. She gonna give it to you on your birthday.
I'll be telling her that every time I give her a kiss. I love you so much. But you remember that time, baby? You remember that time? Shit, I be reminding her as much as I could.
Y'all a mess. Okay, moving right along. If it's true love, fellas, and viewing audience, if it's true love, will it take you longer to get over a broken heart or the relationship that has ended? Those who can bounce back in a week or two, does this mean that they were not really in love?
Oh my God. How do we put... Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I don't,
How you put a time on something?
Mindset. But it depends on your mindset. If you've been in a relationship for a long time, but you knew a year ago that you was winding down, I could see it in the week you cool. But if something happened dramatically and you've been, like you was married to somebody and all of a sudden out of nowhere you walk in a room and they in there having sex or something, and you like, I'm never gonna tolerate this, that's gonna be devastating.
See, that can go any way. That can lead to murders. You know what I mean?
God.
Because when a person, like Ben saying, when you're in love with someone, it depends on how, like you said, the mindset. I believe, the relationship between the two. Mm-hmm. Because people, they lose a loved one. I know a guy, this older guy, well, he actually passed away later, right after, but this is what happened. His wife passed away, and not even weeks later, the man was grieving so hard. Now they carried him to the doctor. The doctor said he's just grieving. He was grieving. On the way in, asked him what he said he just give him a 6-pack. He went to the house, just grieved, and grieved himself to death. 2 weeks after his wife died.
He died 2 weeks after her?
In grief. So like being saying, whatever that relationship or that it depends. You can't put no time on that. Some people might say, and then you got to understand, were you really in love or were you just liking them a lot and liking a lot of things that they did and liked hanging with them or comfortable or whatever with them? Was you really in love? So, but you can't put no time in, because somebody like being said, somebody do something, it can happen. It can go, like I said, that can end up in a murder scene, you know what I mean? Or it can end up the person saying, cool, I'm kicking rocks myself then. Leave you at it.
Well, what about those who break up? What about
and they can do it within a minute?
Today? You break up today, And then 2 weeks from now, you in a new relationship. But you said you was in love with the person you broke up with.
And the person who
is that really were you really in love? Were you really in love? That's the question.
We can't judge that. We can't judge that. Who say you can't love another person?
You know,
we're not judging. We just table talking.
Well, if you said no,
you know, want to get somebody to fulfill your needs, somebody to take care of you. You might want to get somebody to take care of you in this time of need.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, you find them, and you know you like a rabbit in heat.
But it don't even have to be that. You might just you might just know someone. You can know someone, or you might run into someone.
I gotta find a better Texas, so he can hit me with all these little Texas, these old down south sayings. So I don't kind of get used to saying all that crap.
A rabbit in heat.
A rabbit in heat.
But but I mean, you can move on. You can meet somebody, or you can know somebody, and y'all end up talking, and you just feel like, wow, this is what
I already knew somebody. I can kind of.
You don't even have to always know. Why do people keep trying to put a time on how a person or relationship develops?
If you really in love with somebody, how can you go into a new relationship 2 weeks later?
How can you not? If you knew
the same way you left that relationship
6 months before that you was breaking up with this person, right? I know 6 months before, I've already told you what time it is. I've already explained that I done had my wits in, and I'm done with this bull crap. And just when such and such a happened, then I'll be done. And the person is telling you that they done. That means I've had 6 months of knowing that I'm not in a relationship with you no more. I don't give a shit what you say, how you say it, when you say it, it's over. You can do all kind of trips and dips and flips. If you decide you want to change the situation, okay, then they may rethink it.
That's premeditated. I'm talking about a relationship.
But it ain't even.
Maybe it
ain't even gotta be 6 months. Exactly. So I could have walked in on you today,
right?
And and then 2 weeks later, I could have met someone else.
Yeah, I could have walked in
and decided to take a chance, or decided to say, "Hey, let's see where this goes."
I could have called you on the telephone, and you done had 6 car accidents
2 weeks
in
later.
The last 2 years. In the last 2 years, you done had 6 car accidents, and I said, I've had enough. I'm not messing with you no more. I'm out. I'm tired of you messing my stuff up. My whole life is destroyed because of you. I'm gone. And be gone. And 2 weeks later, I meet another honey. Well, okay. Or I didn't love you. Yeah, I loved you, but I got tired of your... At a certain point in your life, you got to understand some people are just detrimental. And some people get the message after others. And when they decide it's over, it's over. And they move on. You got to, I never loved you. I love the shit out you, but you crazy as shit. You a danger to my whole life, my whole situation. I got to move on. Simple.
Okay, well, I understand coming to terms with after going through something over a period of time, but some people just break up because they had a foul argument, or they just found out something that they didn't know this person had did or was doing. Yeah. And it's like, I'm out, and they packing their bags and they don't.
Hey, peep this out. I was listening to I think it was an Instagram post where the guy was talking about, me and my wife, we've been married for about 13 years. We had 3 or 4 kids together. And we just found out today that we brother and sister. Woo-hoo. Now, would you be mad at that brother or that sister for grabbing the same? I don't want to be in a relationship with I know we got kids together. We're going to try to, but you're my brother. oh, you're my sister. I don't want to, I had no idea. Would you stay in that relationship?
You know, that's pretty deep right there, to tell you the truth. I would hate for anybody to have to be in a situation like that. The damage is the kids is you didn't slept together, you didn't been together, you didn't had children, you together, but you find out your siblings. And you probably are definitely in love with one another. So what do you do?
Mm.
But they grabbed their hat and told her
that's
left.
pretty
Would you be
deep.
mad
I
at
like
it?
to hear feedback from the audience too about that. I mean, we can say and speculate as to what we would do in a situation like that, empathizing and this and that. But you would have to actually be cornered up against the wall in something like that to really know how your emotions would react.
Yeah, you can't say what you're gonna do if you're not in it. You don't know, because that's one of the things I cannot stand when folks try to tell me, "Oh, if that was, if I was you, I would have did this and did that," and I'm like, "It's no way. It's no way." Because if you was me, you were gonna do exactly what I did. So that's already, and then when you in a situation, you can prepare yourself. Now, preparing yourself, and surprisingly, it does help keep things from escalating, when you do kind of prepare yourself. But sometimes, them shockers, boy. They had this one lady, she found out she was married to this guy 9 years, found out he was cheating with this lady for 1 year. She said, "Oh," he said, she said, "She don't mean nothing to me." She said, "Well, let me go get me a don't mean nothing to me also." And she went and got the guy like before she finished getting them words out of her mouth, she was off with a cat. So folks, it's no telling what folks, man. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
But folks gotta stop putting time on stuff, though. Huh?
This social media world changes a lot of things.
Yeah,
you see a lot of stuff you can't unsee.
Yeah. And it breaks up relationships too. It really does. It really does. It breaks up relationships. Do you guys think, I think we all, as mature adults, you could say you've been in love at least once in your life. In love, not loving someone, but in love. So can you be in love more than once in your lifetime, you think, in love? Or do you think that comes around one time and the rest of it is just it'll never be that same, because people always have this story about it was that one that I love beyond love, and I just have not loved anybody like that ever since.
Now that's a whole different thing. That's a person, that's a different thing. But that don't take away the fact that you can have fallen in love with someone, and then later in life you fell in love with someone else. Now some people might not have found that, and the reason they probably haven't, but it probably was present. They probably didn't recognize it because they're too busy comparing it to the other person. Looking at what you had. You can't, and folks, we got to stop comparing things with other people. Compare sex. You can't compare sex. I remember an older cousin, much older cousin. He used to always, we'd be at work, we'd be working. My uncle say, "Hey, you don't see me doing it like that. Do it like I do it." And he'll say, "What you mean do it like you do it?" Two people don't the same. You know what I mean? You say ain't no two people blank the same, you know? So you can't, it's all about the person, it's about the personality is what goes, or there she go, pop locking again. Now she doing a mannequin challenge. She was doing a mannequin challenge. You was frozen for a minute. No, but
I was.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, it comes with the personality. So I'm gonna go here for a minute. We know, okay, we're gonna talk about everybody want to always, because it seems like the size of men is always the sub topic. But
it's a
so
hot topic.
Okay, let's take a hot topic. The size of men. You can have 2 men or 3 men, 4 men, I don't care, 5, 6, 7, all the same length and girth. Absolutely same. Put it through a hole in the wall, they probably identical, right? Okay. Now, because of the different personalities of them all, they're not going, if it came to say making love to their wives, they're not going to do things the same. And let's say it was these 3 guys who were all the same, right? And actually all 3 of them happen to be the first, second, and third husband of this one lady, right? She's going to experience something totally different from each one. And if she accepts who that person is, and she's not trying to compare, she'll realize that, oh, if you was asking, she'd say, oh, 1, 2, 3 was all good to me. So shoot, I didn't mean for that to go. You said they had that 1, 2, 3 was all good to me. Nah, but because it's about the personality, it's about the relationship, it's about the chemistry, it's about how folks develop in different things with one another, you know, or what have you. So
it shouldn't be about that. So back to the question. So you can be in love more than one time in your lifetime.
Yes, you can.
In love.
Yeah, long as you're not judging, as long as you're not trying to find what you had in the other one in the new one. You know what I mean? Yeah, because see, if you're going to, like, if people say you lost your spouse, right, and you plan to remarry, well, don't be remarrying talking about, you know, with my first husband or my first wife. Sorry, they're not here. I was watching the show, and the girl said, one of the girls' mother had passed away, right? So the girl was like, oh, look at your shoes. Was it the Shy or somebody? I can't remember. She said, look at your shoes. She said, oh, look at your shoes. She said, what? Look at your mama. She dead. Look at the shoes on your mama, who, you know, so the whole thing.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. Stop. Yeah. You don't, it ain't no comparison. It ain't no, I don't know. When you look for something in someone else,
you love them. It's okay. It's okay to
they say some people end up breaking up with one and getting with somebody that looks very similar.
Yeah.
To who they was last with.
Because sometimes it's something about that person that they didn't want to be with them, but they still wanted them. You know, that I don't want you. Or whether I went to go listen. I listened to Kirk Franklin when he got into preaching. He
be right back.
He's always ministering. Yeah,
he got into preaching. He a preacher now.
Well, yeah, he's been preaching for a while, but I went to go see him early on, and he was talking about when, you know, he brought these 3 ladies up. And he had, you know, guys stand up there and he said, look, when you have relation with this one here, you actually are taking a piece of her soul or something. You know, you having access to it or whatever. I forgot how he was saying that. But he was saying is then when you go to the next one, what happens is now you got some of this one and you mixing these soul and you trying to look in this one, you trying to find in this one what the other one had and this and that. And then he said, then you get with another one. Now you carrying these other souls to this other one, and you looking and you getting upset. And
that's kind of scary.
Everything.
That's kind of scary.
It was crazy.
But they say it's true though. Say it's true. You take a spirit from one to another.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's like the DNA.
Well, it's safe to say you can be in love more than once.
Yes, you can.
You can be in love more than once at one time. It's dudes that be
that gets sticky.
And love all 6 of them.
That gets sticky. I don't see how you can love all 6 at one time, man. That's doing.
Why not?
That's doing too much, man.
So he love them. So it's like saying I love you, but I'm not committed. I'm not exclusive.
They are. They committed to all 6
I'm not
of
exclusive
them.
to you.
I'm committed to all 6.
I mean, you can love, you can love and care about a person and not be in love with them. There's a difference between the two. You can have an emotional love and attachment for someone, admiration, or you just love them. You love them for who they are, but you're not in love with them.
People try to say that every day. I got love for you. Oh, I got love for you. I be like, well, why are you holding on to it? Because you sure ain't gave it up.
What's that? That situationship thing? Ain't that how that is?
Do we still have situationships going on?
We enjoy each other's company. I love you for what you do for me, not love you for who you are, or something like that.
Oh, I don't think that's a situationship, is it? I thought a situationship is we get down the way we get down, but I still got my baby mama that I'm still getting down with too.
Damn.
And I know you getting down with your baby daddy.
Which one is the one that's the
and I know your baby daddy chick is pregnant.
What's the sex one? The one you just had sex with him. What's that called?
Sex is
friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits. Yeah, that kind of stuff. You like
I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah.
I've heard more about situationships than friends with benefits. They kind of go in the same, but
they call it something else now. It's another name that the youngsters use for it.
For friends with benefits?
Yeah, they got another.
Oh, man, shame on them. So when it comes to emotions, you guys, who carries them more, men or women, in your opinion?
Oh,
who carries emotions more?
Can we share?
Who's more emotional?
Who displays emotions more?
Okay.
Because we all carry emotion. We just handle it.
We handle it emotional?
and just emotional.
Who's got a song named Emotional? A man.
You know what I start thinking
Is a woman got a song named Emotional? No. So men get more emotional.
I don't know where you got that from, Ben. That's a bunch of hogwash. First of all, facts. What song?
Huh? You don't know about the emotional song?
You think men are more emotional than women?
Hell yeah, when it comes to relationships, yes, and it's getting more and more.
No, Ben.
See, so why you ask the question if you're gonna try to give me the answer?
I ain't giving you the answer.
Who is more emotional? I said men are, because they are. When a
That's
man
your
is
opinion.
really,
I respect that. That's your opinion.
He ain't going.
I don't think men are more. I think women are more emotional.
He's very emotional about that. His relationship falling apart would be a mess.
If a man what?
If a man is very is in a relationship with his woman deeply. If anything happens to that relationship, he's going to be a mess for a long. The brother just said it. The brother's wife died. He didn't even last 2 weeks. He drank himself to death. You telling me that shoot?
No, he didn't drink himself to death. His grief is what killed him.
His grief. The brother's emotions.
I believe
But
I would say women are more emotional creatures than men. I'm not saying
and I would say they're not. I'm not saying
it doesn't bother you.
They cut the nigga throat nowadays. They want to quit their boyfriend. They want to quit the boyfriend because he lost his job.
Ricky, mankind, God said, let's create. He created mankind in his image. So both man and woman carry the same emotions. The difference is the way we display them and how we handle our emotions. So y'all both made like a comment, like Ben just made the last comment that some of these women can't throw. So I was watching Snap, and some of these emotions.
Y'all need to stop watching Snap.
No, I'm just saying. But then you have some
we can't watch it
who go through it and they don't get that far. So, and then you have it vice versa. Men, their emotions kick off like Ben said. And then next thing you know, you're doing what? They want to kill. He want to kill the wife, the whole family, and himself probably, But it's just the way we handle our emotions and we display. We don't display our crying in public like women do.
So it's a difference in how the emotions are.
It is how we handle our emotions.
What's the numbers of veterans that have committed suicide? They saying it's like 5 or 6 vets a day. The majority of the veterans are men. They're not women. So they in so much emotional turmoil that they're committing suicide.
Yeah, but they're also dealing with mental. They're also dealing with a mental state that they can't get out of. The memory of things and stuff like that, along with the emotions of probably losing fellow military folks, and probably the stuff that they've done that they didn't want to do. You don't realize until you fire your first bullet at somebody that you probably don't really want to do this, So that mixed in with the middle state of whatever they're at, is that's a heavy thing. But the whole thing comes down to we all have a problem with emotions. Like Ben said, women will cry in the public, but men will go in the house. They will go somewhere and they will break it down. They will break down, or they'll break down in somebody they trust. You muted, Ben.
Yeah.
Or he talking to his kids. So but like I say, it's just when we display it. Some women can be more. Some women.
So it's fair to say both men and women are equally emotional.
We all have the same emotions. It's just like I say, it's how we handle it and when we display it too. Sometimes men don't display, they're not as open to displaying in public when women will break down and cry in the middle of anything.
Well, that's why they say women are more emotional.
No. Okay, we can say on the action of emotions, women are more emotional.
There you go.
But they don't have more emotions than men.
Don't do it.
They don't have more. And the reason they say women are more, because women will cry at a drop of a dime. Somebody could crochet something in the crochet group and they think it's so beautiful and someone would probably cry because it's so pretty, So
it reminds her how her grandmother used to knit.
Yeah,
that's all.
but I'm just saying that's why they would say women is considered more emotional because the
they
tears
cry.
at a drop of a dime. But
because they're more comfortable. It's not they're doing it
men,
because they need
one
to.
thing about
They're
men,
more comfortable doing that, John.
Men become more destructive. And the reason I say destructive, because he would go out, drive his car, be mad, probably tear it up, or probably go fight somebody and tear up their house and tear up his house, or, or punch a wall or want to do something. But in the end, when it comes to some of the women can be, sometimes their violence can be like over the edge. Like, and I ain't saying men haven't killed or badly injured the one they're with, but women, it's like stab you now, shoot you now, stab you now, shoot you later.
On.
No.
We're not stabbing and shooting. You guys, you a mess.
Y'all not what?
Women do it all the time.
How many women? No, we ain't gonna go into that about, because y'all can look that up. How many women are in prison, and then look up the percentage of their crime that are violent.
Yeah, they call
folks out there viewing audience. Don't pay them no attention.
Crimes of passion.
Don't pay them no attention.
Men and women have crimes of passion.
And we get that from that's that one X chromosome that we got. Y'all got that 2X.
That is crazy. No, we ain't got no 2X. Y'all crazy. Stop it. So we gonna move on. We gonna do our last question of the evening, which is going to be let's see.
I'm emotional.
Check it out. Watch it now.
Do you guys believe, just from your own insight, and those who are viewing too, is sex more enjoyable when you know either of you can have children any longer at this point in your life?
I'm quite sure.
Do you think people find it more enjoyable just knowing that she can't get pregnant, or he can't make no babies, or maybe both of us can't make no babies, so let's just enjoy this? Do you think it's more enjoyable, or does it depends on that stage of life if you want more kids or whatever?
Hell no. That extra added situation gonna take that condom off, girl. Shoot. Don't know what's gonna happen. That Russian roulette, boy, that add to the flavor.
Russian roulette.
Y'all, excuse me, people.
Excuse me.
That Russian roulette add to the flavor.
He think he's at the Oaks Club. Russian roulette.
Russian roulette.
Okay, so Ben, in your opinion, at this point in your life, it would make you feel better knowing that the woman couldn't have any more kids, or you couldn't make any more babies? I mean, because you're still open for having more kids, right?
Yeah, I can have another baby.
You want one more?
No, I'm saying I could. It don't matter if I want one more. I'm saying I could have another.
Okay, you just meaning that you're able to make a baby.
Yeah, I don't see the problem with it.
Okay, even at this stage in your life. Oh, he's muted. What about you, John?
I was about to say, come on, speak up. What's his name?
He'll be back. He talking to all them kids.
What happened?
What's that boy named? Cannon?
She said I can't do it. Oh, Nick be having 2 a year.
Speak up, Nick Canyon.
Nick ain't playing. And he talking about his situation, but he got enough money to make all them babies.
You know,
but usually when a man is about 50 years old and his kids is usually grown, and usually he may be a grandparent, he's not thinking of producing, he get caught sometime trying to get a younger woman, 35 and younger. He get caught. But usually he's not thinking in terms of having a new baby. He's thinking in terms of living that next chapter of his life, doing some things that he had to put on hold while them kids was being reared and raised as babies. Usually. But in your case,
it depends on your monetary situation.
Your monetary,
if you got money, you ain't tripping.
Okay.
Then you have an au pair to travel with you wherever you go and watch your kids while you do your thing.
Okay. So Ben is down for
leaving the kids.
So having sex with a woman that can't have babies then is not going to be a turn on for you, right? Because you want to play Russian roulette.
I didn't say that. Good clap is good clap. No matter what the age is. But I say I'm not close to, I'm not going to be overexcited because I know I can't, do nothing. Shit, what?
Okay. Yeah, so just because a person is infertile doesn't mean that
I'm not going to be
that person, you two connect, you know? So you got two people who can't stand each other. They both can't produce kids, but they can't stand each other. So all of a sudden the sex is going, it ain't nothing that,
Well, that don't have nothing to do with nothing. The clap don't have nothing to do with.
That's just a preference that's just a preference for people to say to go bear. That's all. It's just an excuse to say, well, we don't have, but then, okay, so then you both, I don't know how long two people have been together, but I know if it's like a new thing, right? And if you haven't been out there, then you haven't been out there. But if you've been out there, you got to think about some things with that other person.
You do. And I've heard people say when they get to
if they've been out there, huh?
And they can't, like women who go through menopause and there's no more cycles and they can't get pregnant anymore. Some say that they find that a very relaxing stage of their life because they don't have to worry about birth control, getting pregnant, all of that. And they can just enjoy their sexuality more. Usually at the menopausal age, they've already had the kids they gonna have. But you have some women go through menopause in their 30s. So it, usually is around the 50 mark or close to it or a little after. But you do have some that will go through it early. But some women love the fact that, man, because it's a trip having to worry about birth control. It's gonna make you gain weight.
Right, you ain't got a trip. You just take that morning after pill. You don't want to get pregnant.
The morning after pill.
Yeah, just take the morning after pill. It don't matter what you want to do.
It's best just if you don't want any kids that be on some type of birth control or to get yourself fixed or just don't have sex at all.
We can't?
Don't finish it.
Just become abstinent.
No, that's okay.
You say that's okay. But anyway, that was a good one for the end of the show. Y'all, we didn't went over our little time a little bit. I started a little late, but it is about 9 something. So we're going to wrap it up. We've had some great table talk this evening with my panel, Benjamin Smith and John Timothy Mims. It's always a pleasure. And I want to remind you guys, anybody who wants to come on to the Zoom is welcome to be a part of what we do, or always tune in on YouTube Live. It's also shared on other social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all of that. So I want to thank you for being a part of this evening. We are going to see you guys next Sunday. It will be 7 p.m. If things change, I will let you know. Sometimes I do work on a Sunday, but I don't know. I don't think I'm planning on work next Sunday. So 7 p.m. we'll be back. We want to thank you guys for joining in. See you next week. Bye.